contact APA, and they're going to send you a handwritten application. You're going to fill it out. You're going to send them about $600.
Yeah. Okay. Is that something that you think I can do on my own, being pretty much...
Oh, it's very simple. There's nothing legal about what you need to do.
Okay. And that's going to cover... Do I need a separate policy for myself?
No, that covers you as a business owner.
Me as a business owner.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm trying to get at is if, something crappy happens where, like, somebody sues me, they can't, like, come take my house away from me.
Yes. So that's what the liability insurance is for.
Okay.
And that's why... I mean, look, someone's going to come and sue me at LeBauer PT. They're going to sue everyone. They're going to name everybody they can. Do they win? And so that's why I have a separate business banking account, because but if they sue me personally and they sue the business, but if the real thing I can do is I can keep the coaching business and the physical therapy business separate. So if they sue that, they don't get the assets in the coaching business.
Okay.
It's like when you're a sole owner of an LLC, it's really hard to keep your, especially when you're the one treating patients, to keep yourself a distance.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the difficulty.
Because I know you pretty much suggest that I just go ahead and do LLC, since if I did sole proprietor, basically as soon as I wanted to hire front desk help, I would need to change it over.
Just do it. Yeah, just do LLC.
So how do I go about that process? Because I wouldn't even know where to start with that. So
to file an LLC, the best thing to do is to just hire a lawyer to do it, and that's Ryan Luft, who's worked with me. Like Is
that who you sent? Whose information you sent me?
luftlaw.com.
Yeah.
So Ryan can do that, or if you're working with an accountant, the accountant can do that for you.
I'll check that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you could file it yourself, but you may as well. If you're like, I don't know what the fuck to do, just go hire him to do it. It's going to cost you a couple $100.
Yeah. No, I mean that's not something I want to screw around with. If I have to pay extra money on it, that's fine. Okay, so between the Art of Healing, liability insurance, business entity, I need to set up a business bank account. But pretty much what I'm hearing here is that it doesn't necessarily... I'm going to put a business bank account anyways, but it doesn't necessarily matter in terms of basically me having my ass covered. It doesn't really matter. Nothing's gonna change with any of the stuff that I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. So the business bank account would be more for tax purposes, I guess.
Business bank is more for tracking.
Okay.
So business banking account, it helps you track. It helps you say, okay, the money comes in the business banking account. All right, I know I can track income and expenses just through that statement versus it coming into your personal account. It does help that if it goes in there and it's not in your personal account, or you move it from there to your personal account, yes, my business banking account doesn't have as big of an asset. And if the suit, they win against the business but not against me personally, or I'm not personally it's like there is a step in between. But it's LLC, limited liability company, is less about liability for you. It's more about just the name. It's more of a liability issue if you have big, heavy equipment, but since you are the one providing the treatment, it just doesn't separate you that much. But you should get a business bank. You should just get a business banking account. Mm-hmm. It's hard. You have to get you have to form a corporation first. So you need
an LLC.
LLC, get an LLC, and then get an EIN. Okay, which is your employer identification number. It's a social security number for your business. Okay, that should be like Ryan can file and get that for you. Okay. Then when you have those, then you can open a business banking account with as well as $100. Okay, and then to open the business banking account, you need an address,
which I have.
Which you have, and you've got a, and sometimes it's hard because they want you to have an address, but then you can't get an address without a business banking account and blah, blah, blah. And that's usually sometimes a stupid problem, but that shouldn't be a problem.
I don't think so.
Because you've got an address and you've got a business banking account and you could just pay with a personal check at first.
Yeah.
When you pay with a personal check, you just write that down as an expense on the business column when you track. You say, look, where I gave my business, if I pay $1,000 for rent out of my personal, you're loaning your business $1,000, or that's you're putting $1,000 in your business account. It just doesn't ever stay there. But you track that as a business expense.
Okay.
Okay. It's not an owner's draw, it's owner's equity. You just put $1,000 of equity in your business. So say you start with $10,000 in a business banking account, that's $10,000 of equity that you've just bought into your business.
Okay.
Okay, it's just a tracking.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And I've pretty much decided that if not right away, I'm going to just go ahead and get QuickBooks just to make it easy on myself to go through that stuff. But I'm probably going to have an accountant after about 6 months. Do I need to do anything on the HIPAA and OSHA front?
For HIPAA, yeah, you want to have a HIPAA notice of privacy practices posted on your website. Just like we do, so there's a little thing at the link, it's like privacy policy. You need to make it available to people when they come to see you. So if you just want to import my stuff from intake queue into your own intake queue, that's really easy. I just got to call them up and say, hey, import all these forms and stuff into Tyler's account. I just got to send him an email. Okay, so when you get intake queue, you do that. Sign up with my link because it'll give you a discount, 20% discount on the first 3 months.
Okay.
Technically you should have like Gwen go through your stuff and set it up for you, because there might be some unique stuff, but it's probably gonna be very similar to mine.
So Gwen different than Ryan?
Yeah, Gwen's a healthcare lawyer.
Got it.
Ryan's and she can help with federal stuff. She can't do state stuff.
Okay.
Ryan can do federal and state, but he's not the one that understands and knows physical therapy.
Okay.
So I've worked with him on that. But so for HIPAA, you need to make a notice of privacy practices available. You need to have your agreement and Medicare agreement, all that stuff done. What do you need to do in your business? OSHA. I haven't had an OSHA assessment. Is there something? Maybe.
Yeah,
you should probably look into it, but I wouldn't ask too hard or look around too hard. Is it a problem? Like, if I got an inspector to come, here's the thing, it's like, are people coming and inspecting your business because they're making sure your Medicare requirements?
I was about to say,
Medicare
more
requirements?
because they're worried that insurance is going to fuck them up.
Right. Is there a city requirement? What you have to check into, is there a city requirement for signage and all these things that my place needs?
Okay. Where would I do that? Lawyer?
Go to the lawyer, go to the city, you can ask the lawyer, you can go to the City of Winston-Salem's City Hall website and see if there's any information there.
Okay.
I think it's a healthcare business.
Actually recommend that.
What do you need?
City planner's office.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we haven't covered that I need to do to get that thing set up other than my marketing stuff?
You have a way to collect payment?
Intake queue. Or I was going to use, Square, I think.
Square.
This is what you were telling me. Yeah.
So at first you can use Square. Long term, I would set up GoCard Connect. GoCard Connect is what's going to allow you to do payment plans. Okay, if you know out the gate, my goal is to get $4,000 or $5,000 the first month, or whatever. What Derek did $10,000 in his first 6 weeks.
Is Card Connect that much more expensive?
It's more expensive if you're not using it. So basically, Tom waives a bunch of fees, but if you're not generating a couple $1,000s a month, there's like a $15 or $20 fee. But Square doesn't allow you to do recurring payments. It'll do recurring invoices.
That sucks.
So it'll recurringly send people an email where they have to go in and pay the invoice, which is which is dumb.
That sucks.
So that's why GoCard Connect.
I mean but GoCard Connect might be worth my time if you monetize the time I would spend having to.
Yes. So GoCard Connect, I mean, yes. So I would set up with Tom at GoCard Connect and tell him you're working directly with me, and I can send him a message and get you, whatever the most favorable deal.
Okay.
That he's got on offer right now, and it's worth it. It's as inexpensive.
Has it always been GoCard Connect? I don't ever.
Well, there's Card Connect, and his business as a reseller is GoCard Connect.
Oh. Okay. So that collecting payments, got it.
Yeah.
Cool. And then in terms of, furniture is one thing, but in terms of clinic stuff, I'm just trying to think of all the things that I'm going to want. Needles, balls,
Gloves, sanitizer.
sanitizer.
A run of balls, a run of 250 balls is about $600. You could start with 100 balls.
Jeez. Okay.
So you can start with 100 balls, which is what Derek did.
Yeah.
But I buy 250 at a time, but they last me a couple years.
Yeah, they do.
So at 250, I get a price break.
Not 100.
Not 100, but 100 is, it's like whatever. It's 100. It's like $300 or something like that. It's still like under $5 a ball. So
it's good for bootstrapping.
Yes.
I don't know how much needles cost. I'm assuming they're
A
not
run
cheap.
of needles will cost you a couple $100.
Yeah. Probably about the same as balls.
Yeah, I haven't spent $600 on needles when I've ordered them yet.
Yeah. But the cool thing is that
But they don't last.
We burn through the 50s, but the rest of them you don't really have to
Right.
reorder very often.
Right. So you might go and order like a variety pack and a bunch of 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And order them from. If you go to order from MyoPain, the same ones that we order, go to the MyoPain website because it's got a 10% discount code, and then click through and enter the code. You'll get 10% off, which will be, $30, $40 off.
Okay.
$1 a pack or something like that.
And then the bands, the
Gray Coke bands.
no, because I don't know that I'm gonna have a bunch of those to start with. I think I'm just
so.
gonna-
Like the loop bands.
the loop bands, yeah.
Got those off of Alibaba.
Alibaba. Okay.
Yeah, and we've been trying to reorder it, and it hasn't made it back to the top of the list.
Huh.
Has Amber reordered any?
She's tried to. I don't think she knows where to get them from.
Yeah, I've sent her the info recently, and
Yeah.
it's just not back to the top of the list.
I don't know.
Yeah, they came off of Alibaba.
Uh-huh.
Ordered them the first time around, and the yellow ones were great. They were a little light, so
Uh-huh.
I wanted to order the next one up, and they sent us the blue ones, and I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like this is for like
Giant
CrossFit
difference.
athletes. And they're like, oh, it's just the one that's just a little bit. I'm like, these are thicker and shorter. It's just the quality control in there. So then they sent us the green ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the green ones are a little stronger. The Perform Better yellow ones are right in between the yellow ones we had and the green ones.
Okay.
Okay. So
And
it was
that's
like,
that's the sweet spot that you're trying to hit. For
I was trying to hit that. But the yellow ones that we had, they were kind of like extra light. They were fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the green ones we have are more like light.
I hate the way they qualify that, like extra light, super
I know.
light. It's
But it's like, for Perform Better ones are 9 inches, but these ones were 9.5.
okay.
And the green ones were like 8 3/4, or the blue ones were like 8 3/4. So it was only like 1 millimeter, a half a millimeter thicker, but it was a full inch shorter. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So they were cheap. And if you can figure out where the good one is, or we've looked, and I think I've sent Ember, we can do that. That you don't need to start with those. You could always start with just if you order anything from Perform Better, just order a dozen of whatever. They're still cheap enough to give away. The
Yeah.
thing is, it makes it cheaper, and you put your USP and logo on it. So.
Yeah, because I like those. I'd like to use them.
Yeah. So don't let that stop you from getting things open. Because I didn't use them for years. I say, hey, use a yoga strap or a belt or something like that. People have belts. They can strap a belt around their knees.
Pull onto it. Yeah. Okay.
And pull it, or you can just get some bulk band off of Amazon and tie them a loop and be like, here.
It sucks because I don't know if you know this, but like now it's becoming like a really big fad to use those things for exercise. Like people are just like banding them all the way up their legs and like doing monster walks and all this other stuff shit. But it's like now I bet the market for them is a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'll look into this. I'll look at it.
Yeah. What else you need? You need a stool
Mm-hmm.
and a table,
Which I have.
linens,
Which I don't have.
face cradle covers.
Yep.
So the linens, the best place to get, cheapest place to get linens is the I want to say it's not Guilford Medical, but there's another medical supply over on Battleground where I got the bottom sheets, or hospital bed bottom sheets. They were like $7 or $8 a piece. They're soft, and so far they last, and they're better than any flannel sheets that I've had.
Yeah, and I guess I'm going to be lugging those things to and from the clinic to do laundry.
Yeah, so just get a basket, get a laundry basket.
Yeah.
And take them back and forth. I did that for years.
Yeah.
You know, lugged them back and forth. Maybe there's a laundry place nearby or on your way home. You just drop them off and they charge you by the pound. You know, and they'll fold them for you and everything.
What's interesting is my grandma's moving and they're pretty much giving up her stuff. I might try to call dibs on that stuff.
Even if it sits in storage?
Yeah, because I don't think I would be able to put it in where I am right now, but
yeah,
eventually.
Yeah. Call dibs on it, put it in storage. Or what you do is when you're ready to go buy them for your clinic, you take the old ones out of your house and you put them in the clinic, and you buy the new ones and you put them in your house.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I bought new ones.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. See, all the bathroom stuff is going to be run by the building. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it.
Sanitizer, pens, internet, plug.
Which I'm gonna have.
You know.
You mean like an Ethernet cord?
No, just a power.
Oh.
You got a power cord.
Got it.
You know, you don't want to forget that.
No.
I mean, it's not a lot.
Yeah, and I can pretty much run everything.
Yeah.
Right from here. I don't need to get a PC.
No. And even if I'm going to go buy another computer, and I was looking at Amber's thing, I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm just going to go buy another Mac desktop. Because every time in the last 5-6 years, every time I bought a PC, even the one she's using right now isn't the bottom one. For years, I would get around with the bottom one, and it would last for 4 or 5 years because all we did was run it on internet. And now this one isn't even the bottom one. I spent like $1,100 on it. And I'm like, shit, I should just buy the $1,100 Mac desktop for that, and it would last, because this thing's now slow, and it's just like, it's not even 2 years old. It might not even be a year old. So, you know, I'll probably end up buying a Mac, but if I buy that, I gotta buy the Mac. QuickBooks, we want to keep using it to track our sales. And like really, right now, I'm just using QuickBooks for sales tax and some other tracking stuff, and the super bills. So,
yeah.
You know, if you do QuickBooks online, you have to do super bills a different way. Intake Cube will produce super bills now. They have a thing to do super bills. Yeah, so that might be something where you try something different than what we're doing. Is it like, all right, let me do super bills off Intake Cube because I'll do QuickBooks online. You know, I don't know. I mean, so yeah, if I was gonna vary something and change something around, you know, maybe it'd be something like that.
Okay.
What else?
I think that's it. I mean, I just want to make sure that I can like basically take action on this stuff because I need to start doing.
Get this done this week or next week. You know, by the end of March, and then you've got April and May to build up your marketing.
Yeah.